everybody. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, this video is a little bit out of order, and if you want to see how I made these two backgrounds I'm trying to decide between, the video will be up on a Cherry on Top's YouTube channel next week, next Tuesday, and then it will be on my channel a week later. So these two backgrounds are two backgrounds I made using my 12 by 12 gel press that I did haul recently. And right now I am just going through all of my Maggie Holmes round trip collection, trying to decide what elements and what colors I want to go with for today's project. And what I want to do right now is to choose a pattern to go behind my mixed media background. That's kind of what this video and blog post are all about. Once we've made these beautiful backgrounds, what can we do when we create our layout to make them, number one, not get lost, and number two, highlight all the work we've done on that pretty background? This is a really kind of hard thing to do for a couple of reasons. Number one, you're going to be creating a scrapbook layout, so some of your background is going to get covered up, right? Number two, we don't want to add so much stuff on top of our background that our background disappears, right? We've done all that work on our background. In this case, I made a huge mess on my desk to get these two backgrounds printed. And then I had like an hour's worth of cleanup afterwards. So I don't want this to be all for naught, right? I've put the work into my background. Now I want to make sure that I set it off really, really well on my page. So one of the things I'm going to do to help that is I'm going to choose one of my pattern papers to go behind my background. Not that you couldn't use this straight 12 by 12 white, but I find a little bit of color around the edges really helps that background to pop. Now, I love my Maggie Holmes round trip paper. I also just hauled this, and I didn't get it all, and I only have one of each sheet. And so what I'm going to do is something I don't often do for you guys, and that is gut a page. But because I know I still have a lot of this product left, and I know I still have a lot of photos set aside that I'd like to use with this collection, I'm going to make the decision to go ahead and gut this paper. And that way I still have some of it to use later. I'm going to go ahead and take off just a little bit around the edge of my background. I don't want to take off too much. Again, the idea is to be able to make this beautiful background we've spent a lot of time on be visible and a part of our layout without completely covering it over. Or another thing that can happen is that it can become very busy very quickly. So it's important to be kind of very thoughtful about using some of these backgrounds to create a layout that is balanced and pleasing and doesn't wander into the completely cover up all that work we did or be so busy that it just looks like a big old mess. So one of the things I'm going to do to kind of help is use my Hickory Smoke Distress Oxide ink, and I'm going to blend an edge around my page. This is just going to help to differentiate between layers and colors as I continue to create my background or continue to create my scrapbook layout. I'm going to grab my favorite tear it tape, and I'm going to go ahead and get the background adhered to my pattern paper. I'm going to be going ahead and creating with a throwback photo. Today, my photo is from, like 2007, I think. And it's my family, so it's my sweet baby before he was now 16. Oh my. And I want to back this photo on a pattern paper. I chose this really pretty pink. I'm going to pull in almost all of the colors that are in the round trip collection. So I have the periwinkles and the navy and that kind of buttery yellow color on my mixed media backgrounds. And now what I want to do is I want to accent and pull in some of the mint green, some of the pink that you can see that's in the background around the border of my photo. Pull all those colors in. I'm going to do my design. What I'm thinking right now is that I'm going to put my photo where you see it now, and then create a little bit of cluster around the photo, and then a little cluster up in the top right. So we have balance, we have color, and then what we can do now is we're just going to make sure we don't add too much, right? We don't want to add too much to the background. If I keep my clusters to kind of 2 areas, so we'll have 1 cluster on each side of the photo along with our title, and then that upper cluster at the top, we're still being able to see a lot of the background. You're still being able to see all 3 of the colors. We're not completely covering up any part of our background. So that's the key there. You don't want to cover up the entire yellow part of your layout in this case, or we don't want to cover up the entire navy part of our layout. And we do have some pretty pattern there as well. So I went through my cut aparts first, kind of cut apart the things I want to use on my page. And now I'm kind of looking at my scraps and deciding what embellishments I want to use next. I absolutely love these mint doilies from Bo Bunny. They are so pretty, and that color is so good. This color appears to be on trend and is in a lot of the spring and summer collections, this like minty green. And so this pack of doilies is going to be like triple duty because it's going to go with a lot of the collections, the newer collections that are arriving in the stores. If you are a budget scrapper, I think that these mint doilies would be a great one thing purchase that you could bring into your craft room, mix it and match it with a lot of your stash, and then have a little something new to kind of spruce up or freshen up things you may already have. So I have my 3 clusters. I'm using a lot of the cut aparts. Cut aparts are a great addition to making the most bang for your buck on a page as well. But you can see, again, I'm making sure that there's still some of that navy, some of that periwinkle purple, and some of that yellow, that I'm not covering up any large swath of my colors. I'm making sure that there's some of each of the color that is in my background, having it on my page. So I have my base for my clusters. Now I want to add a couple of smaller elements, little things to accent those tags and to kind of bring those clusters together. We're not going to need a lot here, just a couple of little things to add a little bit of detail to our layout. I'm going to go ahead and take advantage of the fact that the background is primarily white. And so I can go through the sticker book and grab maybe some of the clear stickers and add a few of them here and there. One of the embellishments from this round trip collection that I did go ahead and splurge on were the thickers, the phrase thickers, not the alphabet ones, but the ones that have like the little stars and hearts and the different words, things like that. And I want to make sure I use them. I don't want to hoard them, and I also don't want to end up having them go into my stash. They're beautiful and I really do like them, but these are the types of products that I tend to overlook. And then all of a sudden I've used up all of the paper in a collection and I have the thickers. So I'm making very sure when I create with this collection, I am using at the very least one of these puffy thickers because I really do like them. But they're not an embellishment that I tend to gravitate towards. So I'm making an extra special effort to use up those thickers. Now I'm just seeing if I want to add any more larger embellishments, or if I'm ready to go ahead and just add a little bit of a sprinkle. And so that's what I'm going to do. These little puffy hearts from Jen Hadfield are so super cute. Again, another really great kind of new release embellishment that you could bring into your craft room and mix and match with your current stash. I am going to add a bit of my very favorite hemp cord to each of these tags. And then I'm going to pop into this sticker book one more time because I want to add the date, or at the very least the year. I can't remember if I had the actual date for this photograph or if I just had the year, but I want to make sure that I add one of those two things. So when I am filing it away in its album, it is in the right album and that it has the date marked. And that sticker sheet comes with the sticker book comes with these teeny tiny little gold alphabet stickers. Are so super cute. I love them. I must have had the whole date. Go me. Okay, I think that's it then. Yep, this is where we're going to call this layout all done. Here are all of your close-ups. I hope you have enjoyed this process video. I'm so happy to be back with all of you and kind of filling up my channel with more videos, because almost 1,000 isn't enough. I'll talk to you all again very soon. Bye.